So just the other day, I released this video where I was talking about how I believed, based on my experiences calling around coin shops around the US, going to coin shops and shows, that the demand for silver, for physical silver, whether it be for investment, hedging, whatever it may be, has been dropping. And as a result, we have been seeing more availability and lower premiums. Now, availability and lower premiums are fantastic for us stackers because we obviously want to continue to stack more silver. But what I thought I'd do today is get some inside perspective. So we are going to be talking to a bullion dealer who just a few months ago was moving 10,000 ounces of silver per week. And he has also said that there's definitely a drop in demand. So let's get Mike from Mid-America Coins in here and see what he has to say about the situation. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like videos like this one, and check out this awesome giveaway from our channel sponsor, SD Bullion. SD Bullion is at it again. Last year, they gave away a full monster box of 2022 Silver Eagles. Now this year, they're doing it with a full monster box of 2023s. If you want your chance to win a full sealed monster box of 2023 Silver Eagles, make sure you head over to sdbullion.com/silverseeker or click the link in the description below. Thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring today's video. All right, guys, so like I said, we are here with Mike from Mid-America Coins. Now, Mike, I don't know if you saw it, but the other day I made a video talking about the demand dropping. And where I got that information was going to coin shows and then all the videos where I called dealers. And what I've noticed over the last few months that I didn't see 6 months ago is not only have the premiums on rounds started to come down, but every single one of them have plenty in stock and they're ready to sell. Where 6 months ago, I was having trouble finding dealers. I had one video where 4 of the 6 dealers I called didn't even have it in stock. So am I just seeing things, or, you being in the business, you're a wholesaler and a retailer, are you noticing there's a drop in the amount of people buying like silver?
Yeah, because 3-4 weeks ago, you'd call me and I'd say, hey, I was selling about 10,000 ounces a week, so I would have to put you on a pre-order. Today, I got people bringing stuff back. We're live on 90%, 40% pure silver rounds. But what I have noticed, and it's kind of weird because last year the Eagles business was kind of down. The premiums are starting to drop, and I noticed people are stepping back in and say, hey, I want my Eagles again.
Gotcha. So more people are buying Eagles then? I mean, would the amount of Eagles that you're selling make up for like the amount of rounds that you're not? No,
not even close.
So
not even close.
So you said you have people selling. Are there a lot more people selling than were selling 6 months ago?
Actually 6 months ago, I was on Coin Crew actually and telling people, hey, I'm buying, nobody was bringing hardly anything in. What they was bringing in was collectible stuff and stuff like that. But as far as the bullion part of it, the scrap part of it, it was not coming in the door.
Right. But it is now. Got it.
Yes, it is now. Yes.
Right. But you've been in this business for a very long time. Is this normal? Is this something that normally happens? What do you expect to happen over the next few months?
I think in a perfect world, what we like is where we got it going both ways, coming in and going out. We just can't seem to click on that right now. I mean, people are a little nervous. The market is going up. I think, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think anybody right now that's bringing stuff in and selling it, I think you're kind of crazy. And don't get me wrong, I want to buy.
Right.
But I just think right now, still, I'm going to say it again, I think it's time to stack. Now, I think what's happening is we got the government has changed a lot of laws and stuff, and people are getting a little nervous about that. And I think that's part of the reason why it's slowed down. Do we got more silver out there than what we had before? No, it's still the same. I mean, right now, the mines are starting to fire back up. But we just, that ain't what caused this where we're building up. I think what caused it is a lot of people are scared right now. They don't know which way to go. What's the best investment? Stocks are taking a hit. People just don't, they're a little nervous. I think for anybody that's watching this video right now, look at what you can really afford. Go buy that, but try to put your wealth into something that's going to grow. I'm not saying to buy gold and silver. Land's a good investment too. But I'm thinking right now the stocks market today is a high risk over what it was. But we are suffering right now, and as far as people not buying silver and gold the way they did 3 or 4 weeks ago.
So what do you think caused, what do you think made this change? Like, the premiums have come down for sure, but obviously spot prices also came up. So, at the end of the day, you're still paying the same amount per ounce as you were 4 weeks ago, really. But so, what do you think actually caused the drop in demand?
I think right now, because a lot of these government programs are being shut down, so the people don't have that extra government money they had. For the people that were dependent on that, they were taking some of that money and investment. We right now we have people that the tax laws have changed, and they're still going to keep changing. We ain't going to stop that. Some people don't like this idea of we're trying to go into a cryptocurrency. So people don't know which way to go right now. And if I had the crystal ball to tell them, I would. But, once again, we're not analysts. We're just a couple of guys talking about the markets today. I think right now, for people that are not investing, if you got the funds, I would invest in something that's going to help you later on down the line.
Gotcha. So what you mentioned about the digital currencies, you're talking about CBDCs, which stands for Central Bank Digital Currency, and there has been a lot of talk about that. Many people think that 2023 is the year that we really start seeing that push. So I get that. But I don't know, to me, like you said, so many people are selling. I mean, I guess it could just be, people need money, tax season's coming up and things like that as well. But, if I were worried about CBDCs, if I were worried about the government trying to move into a digital currency, I think the last thing I would do is sell. Obviously, that's just my opinion, but
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. And speaking on that, if you don't mind, we was in Orlando, Florida for the fun show. For all you guys that don't know what that is, that's one of the biggest shows of the year. And my wife and I, and not just me, there was a few restaurants that were really not busy. You get in a lot of restaurants. The problem is, the reason why was they was trying to force us to use credit cards, no cash. We was at our hotel. We wanted a pop or something. We had to use a credit card, no cash. I think forcing people to do it at this time is wrong, and therefore, and this is just once again our opinion, I would not bow to that. We would not use our cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, it might be safer to use your cards, but when you're told you ain't got the choice, that's not right.
No, I agree. Actually, the Six Flags near where I live is now card only for everything. There's no point in even taking cash. We've went to events. My wife likes to go to country concerts, and they no longer take cash. But as far as the restaurant not being busy, I mean, one thing that kind of was mind blowing to me is a new restaurant opened up near us. So this is one that people have been super excited about. They opened up less than a week ago, and I just happened to be in the area last night, and I went and sat down, and half the tables were empty at like dinner rush. So it seems like people just aren't spending money. Like, it's not, maybe it's just not gold and silver, but I think people are just afraid to spend their money at this point.
Well, and part of it is, yes, that they're don't know what to do, and they're trying to hold on their money. I had people come in and ask me, should I leave my money in the bank? Because they're afraid that they're going to take it and force them to use a card to get their money out. I told them, I said, if you feel you got a safe spot to keep it, take it out.
Right.
My wife and I, we took out a lot of cash right now because we're afraid of the same thing. We're not. I mean, it's not just the people. Even guys like me are kind of nervous about that.
Let me ask you this: when do you think this is going to turn around? Like, I mean, I don't believe that for a second that the demand is always going to be low. I mean, everything has its ups and downs, right?
Right.
So, what do you think? What do you think happens from here? I mean, we're looking at the next few months, or
well,
I mean,
I don't know.
To be honest with you, let me just before you get into this, I actually prefer the premiums to be lower because. I prefer to be able to, if silver's going to be $28 an ounce, okay, I'd rather it be 25 plus 3 than 22 plus 6, right? Like, I'd rather spot be 25 and pay 3 over than 22 and pay 6 over. So, yeah, those that say that, well, we're still paying the same amount per ounce because silver's up, yeah, that's fine. But, like I just said, Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say much.
Go ahead. I'll stop.
All right. I was just going to say I would much rather be in the position of paying a lower premium, even if I'm paying the same amount per ounce.
Right. And if you remember 6 months ago, Mr. Seeker, I was paying $2 and $3 over for silver. We are back now to paying spot. If you bought them from me, we're telling people we'll pay them 50 cents over. because the premiums have dropped that low. I mean, you can order silver from here for around $3.50 over now, whereas 6 months ago you was paying 5 and 6.
Right. So let me ask you this: what are you paying the wholesalers now? Because obviously you order from them as well.
Well, that's why my numbers are down there. We are down really, really low. I will not tell people what I'm paying. I'm sorry,
Okay.
but we are paying really low. Eagles. Let's put it this way. This is what I'm going to say right now. 6 months ago, we're paying half that for Eagles now. So that goes to show you what happened.
So you're paying half over
half.
Like, yeah, you're paying half of the premium. Okay.
Half the premiums, even on maples.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm just telling you, the premiums are down. This is really a good time to buy because I don't think we're going to see the premiums go back up that crazy number again for a while. Now, remember, it does repeat itself every 2 or 3 years, but I think we got a little bit of while to go.
All right, Mike. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you about. I really wanted to kind of confirm what I had seen. I mean, I made the video on it. I didn't make the video just, on a random thought. This was what I have.
Yeah, I seen part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was a pretty good video, by the way. I really enjoy it.
Oh, thanks. But I mean, I didn't make that video just based on things I'm just thinking about. Like, it's what I've seen, between calling dealers and shows and everything else. Looking around, it seems like everyone has more, and the premiums are dropping quite quickly. Do you think, one last question before you go, do you think premiums are going to come down more than they are now? I mean, are we looking at getting back to $2?
We're pretty close to where, we're going to get for a while, guys. I mean, do I see it coming down a little bit more? Maybe, but not much more. I don't, if it does. Right now, you can buy gold cheaper than what you could 3 or 4 weeks ago. Silver the same way. So, guys, listen to what he had to say. Premiums are down, so you're buying closer to the market today. I mean, don't buy paper, buy physical if you're going to buy. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Mike, one last thing before we go. There is a coin show coming up at the end of June, the Tulsa, Oklahoma coin show. Is that right?
That is correct. And I think I got a flyer somewhere around here. Just give me a second. I'll show this flyer. Guys,
I tell you what, I will pop it up on the screen while you're talking. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, this is bigger than the Grove show. We made a deal with the convention center. This is going to be going on the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st of June, at the end of June and beginning of July. It's 200 plus tables. The convention center was kind enough to tell me, Mike, we'll set you up to 300 tables, no extra charges, or 8-foot tables. This is going to be an awesome show, bigger than any of them we've done yet. Guys, we are going to have a blast there. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. So just remember, if you want to come, Silver Seeker and Coin Crew and a bunch of other Rod Find Treasures will have these flyers up where you can see. If you're dealers out there and you want a table, just contact one of us and we'll get you the information you need.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks for joining me, Mike. I really appreciate it.
And I really appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Seeker.
No problem. All right, guys. Well, that was Mike from Mid-America Coins. Thank you, Mike, for joining me, and I definitely appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview as well. Mike definitely had a lot of good information for us, and hopefully we can get him back on here in the future. I am going to throw a video up here to watch if you haven't seen it yet, so definitely go check that out. And I just want to say thank you for helping me get to 100,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next time.